From natural cause to human activities, our environment has been exposed to different environmental problems, and this includes hazardous waste.
The word hazardous waste itself denotes danger. According to United States Environmental Protection Agency, a hazardous waste is a waste with properties that make it dangerous or capable of having a harmful effect on human health or the environment. In other words, these are wastes that may contain toxic substances that generates from industrial, hospital, and some types of household waste. Did you know almost 60 kilograms of hazardous waste is generated a year for every single person in the world? And the amount is increasing. It's just one generation, the production of man-made chemicals has increased by 40,000% from 1 million to 400 million tons according to the World Counts. Hazardous wastes are classified on the basis of their biological, chemical, and physical properties. These properties generate materials that are either toxic, reactive, ignitable, corrosive, radioactive, or infectious, through which the hazardous waste are affecting our planet and causing other types of pollution to manifest. With our current situation brought by pandemic, it even created a rapid increase in medical waste, which becomes a growing concern as it is labeled under infectious waste and virus can easily spread through these materials just like face masks and face shields. With the mismanagement of hazardous waste, different effects or results slowly emerge, which affects the different field of aspects of humans and animals as well as the environment. According to National Geographic, toxic waste can harm people, animals, and plants, whether it ends up in the ground, in streams, or even in the air. Some toxins such as mercury and lead persist in the environment for many years and accumulate over time. Humans or wildlife often absorb these toxic substances when they eat fish or other prey. In some cases, hazardous substances may irritate the skin or eyes, make it difficult to breathe, cause headaches and nausea, or result in other types of illness. Some hazardous substances can cause far more severe health effects, including behavioral abnormalities, cancer, genetic mutation, physiological malfunction. Example is the reproductive impairment and kidney failure, the physical deformation and birth defects. These things are just some of long and short-term effects of hazardous waste. Hence, everyone should be responsible of taking care of environment. Just as what's stated in environmental principles, nature is beautiful and we are stewards of God's creation. Treatment involves physical, thermal, chemical, or biological process, including that change the characteristic of waste in order to reduce its volume, reduce its hazardous nature, make it easier to handle, make it easier to recover. The process of physical treatment includes separation technique that separates the categorized and waste materials. In addition, it is useful for the preparation of hazardous materials from non-hazardous waste for proper treatment process. Chemical treatment is a process wherein it aims to break down the chemical structure of hazardous waste and produce less hazardous materials. Biological waste treatment, on the other hand, uses microorganisms to decompose organic waste, wherein these microorganisms were developed adapt to specific compounds and decompose organic waste into either water, carbon dioxide, and other more. Thermal treatment uses incineration and pyrolysis techniques to reduce volume of toxicity of organic waste by exposing them to high temperature. Organic chemicals waste are subject to 800 to 3000 Fahrenheit in order for this chemical waste to break down in simpler and less toxic form. Alongside these treatments, we can do our contribution within our humble abode, which could produce a better result for each and every one, especially for the environment. According to National Age Safety Database, these are the following ways to help in minimization and prevention of hazardous waste problems or issues. Number 1 is use multi-purpose cleaners. Number 2, buy the least harmful product available. Number 3, use preventative measures. Number 4, use alternative or less toxic homemade products. With the COVID-19 still present, face mask is a must for every individual. However, there are no proper disposal practices causing these face masks to be seen floating in water streams and scattered everywhere, which is dangerous as it is considered an infectious material.
How to dispose properly a face mask. Use reusable masks without disposable filters. Machine wash them regularly following the instructions for the fabric. Try to carry a spare so if something goes wrong with the one you're wearing, you don't need to use or buy a disposable mask. If you do need to use a disposable mask, take it home, maybe in a bag if you have to take it off, and then put it straight into a bin with a lid. If this isn't possible, place it in a proper public bin. Don't put disposable masks in a recycling. They can get caught in a specialist recycling equipment and be a potential biohazard to waste workers. Whatever you do, don't litter them.
Those are some of the things that we can contribute and do which can bring huge difference in change towards our environment. Hazardous waste management is very important as its ultimate goal is to protect the public health and the environment. As what Dalai Lama stated, it is our collective and individual responsibility to preserve and tend to the world in which we all live.